I was asked a question, how much can starboard hunt up to make port tack? How much can starboard bear away to make port maybe jibe? So here's the answer. So take a situation, you're going upwind on starboard. There's a port tacker who's going to cross you. You don't want them to cross you. You want to protect the right, which is a fundamental tactical principle. So you head up. So now they can't cross you. And they tack and they say protest. Well, first of all, we're going to go to part two of the rule book. Part two is where all the rules are when boats meet. Section A are the right of way. Well, who has the right of way? Well, the boats are on opposite tack. So rule 10 applies. Starboard has right of way over port. So now we know who has the right of way. But then we have to look at section B. Are there any limitations on the right of way boat or the other boat? And rule 16 says when a right of way boat changes course, changes her direction, she shall mandatory give the other boat room to keep clear. It's probably the most important rule in the rule book, and the definition of room is the most important definition. So there on the page. This is the big one right here. If you're on starboard, you have the right of way. If you change course, you have to give the other boat a chance to react and get out of there. You have to give them room. Well, what's room? Room is defined as the space a boat needs. It's the space the port tacker needs to keep clear of you in the existing conditions. If it's blowing 4 or 5 knots in flat water, you don't need as much space. If it's blowing 15 in big waves, you're going to need more space. So you have to factor in the conditions, including space to comply with their obligations under the rules. So if you force a boat to tack to avoid you and they foul another boat, well, you haven't given them room. Room is the space a boat needs to fulfill her obligation to keep clear of you without breaking other rules, including Rule 31, provided she maneuvers promptly in a seaman-like way. So the room is what your boat needs as long as they turn right away and in a seaman-like way. So in this situation, the green boat is about 2 boat lengths away. Starboard, she heads up. She even calls starboard. You don't have to call hail. There's no required hail there. But port is able to tack in a seaman-like way and keep clear. No rules broken. Now, sometimes port bears off and goes behind starboard. You'll see right here in this video. The red boat's going to bear away and go behind the starboard tack boat. Well, in that case, the starboard tack boat is not allowed to bear away and hunt the port tacker. So you can hunt up, but you can't hunt down. And you'll find that in Rule 16.2. It says, in addition to Rule 16.1, in addition to giving room to keep clear, if the boats are on a beat to windward, which means you're sailing upwind to a windward mark, and the port tack boat is keeping clear by sailing to pass to leeward of starboard. In other words, she's borne away. She's going to go behind starboard. The starboard tack boat shall not bear away. If, as a result, the port tack boat must change course immediately to continue keeping clear. This is the anti-hunting rule. So you're allowed to hunt up, but you're not allowed to hunt down on a beat to windward.